started to notice like very intensely start to be red, blotchy, itchy, dry, and it just started to crawl up my legs, my hands, everywhere.
Well, thanks for joining the call. I appreciate you reaching out and giving that testimonial. That's pretty awesome.
It has been really nice to find something which helped my skin, which wasn't like a pharmaceutical. I started to notice my feet like very intensely start to be red, blotchy, itchy, dry, and it just started to crawl up my legs, my hands, everywhere. The little dots, and they will, as my skin gets itchy and dry, and if I give that any kind of attention, like if I scratch it at all, they kind of just turn into whole areas that are red and inflamed. I looked up this one thing that I found on a podcast with Dr. Hyman, I believe, and he's a functional medicine doctor. He was talking, there was a specific podcast, he was specifically talking about, the root cause of psoriasis, and it's coming through a functional medical approach and changing the diet, cutting out all sorts of gluten and other inflammatory foods, increasing your fruits and vegetables, it's a salad greens, the kale, and all sorts of green leafy vegetables. And I was really surprised because I am not like a junk food eater. Like, I eat a lot of salads. I eat a lot of nuts, probably eat a lot of Greek yogurt before. I do eat a lot of meat and fish, but like not a lot of like macaroni and cheese or cake or white bread. So I was surprised that like this was like coming up, because I always felt that I was a pretty healthy eater. Like, I put nutritious food inside of me, and like I thought I really had a good balance of fruits and vegetables. So why I have this strange thing happening in my gut like just didn't make much sense to me. When my results came back from the allergy test, she said I have an egg allergy.
Wow.
And an almond allergy. And I was like, I've been eating almonds also quite often. So how is this possible? And those were the biggest adjustments. Like me being told no gluten. It's annoying when it's a holiday meal or that sort of thing. But it doesn't really change my life so terribly. But me not being able to have eggs in the morning, like I'm still struggling with that. A lot of oatmeal.
When did you start seeing results with Skinesa when you started it? How long did it take?
I was ready. So by the time I had that appointment with that doctor, I had just received my first order of Skinesa. And I showed her, I'm like, okay, so I'm taking this. She said, okay. And then she added to it. And I really want to say that within 2 weeks,
wow,
I started to see results. My skin wasn't completely clear, but it was no longer like the way I like to call it. It's like there was a point where it was angry, like it was red and inflamed, and my skin was no longer inflamed. It was like there are still spots that takes a while for your skin to heal, for it to regenerate, right? But it started to no longer be angry, and I wasn't getting more new spots, which was great. And it started to go away by the time, like in February, the end of February is when this all started. I think by the end of May, it was like there was only one area of my body that was still badly affected. And that was like my upper thighs and my butt. And the rest of my skin was like 90% clear, which is amazing considering what it took me the last time when I took, what do they call it? A biological, I don't know.
A biologic, and it didn't work.
Yes. It didn't work. No, it didn't work as well, and it took a very long time. If you want to heal it, and then as it gets better, like now, the last time I spoke to my doctor, she said, okay, now that she's like, I think that you've healed your gut enough that maybe you could start to reintroduce some of the foods you've been avoiding.
That's great.
So she's like, do it slowly, but you can start to do that. It's a really big relief to be able to take something that isn't going to hurt you, that is safe, and it's packaged in a way where you don't need to learn about each specific probiotic that you're taking that's already formulated for this cause. Because otherwise, it's hard to do all that research on your own. And it's not easy to find a doctor. It's not easy to find a doctor that is going to want to prescribe you in this way, because they would just really prefer to prescribe you a pharmaceutical or a biologic or a steroid. And that's extremely, extremely, extremely frustrating.